What's good? It's Professional. I'm here with a new video. Today we're going to be reacting to urban politicians. Shout out Big Ant. Karmelo Anthony found guilty on murder for stabbing and faces life in prison after jury makes his final decision. Man, it's not looking good for Karmelo Anthony. If you forgot or if you don't know, he's a student out in around Dallas, Texas, on the outskirts of Dallas, right? And he was at a track meet. It started raining. He ran under a tent to get shelter from the rain. He was actually participating in the track meet that day. Two guys who were not participating in the track meet that day came over and told him he needs to move from under the tent in the rain. And somehow, as he was getting bullied by these twin boys, way bigger than him, football players, and he also played football, but they're not part of the same school. It ended up becoming a little bit of a scuffle. I think his bag was grabbed, and Karmelo grabbed his bag, pulled a knife out, and stabbed the bully in the chest. So he's been on trial, and from what I heard, he had no black jurors. People don't feel like he had a jury of his peers, and it seems like he was found guilty today. He was 17 when this happened. So was the guy who he stabbed. And I think he's being tried as an adult. Man. So let's see what's going on.
Let's stand by here for a second. I'm getting word that we may have a verdict. So if you see it come through, Andrea. For folks who are joining us on the CBS News Texas stream and over the air, we are coming to you with breaking news with the Karmelo Anthony trial. We understand that a verdict has already been announced. We're just getting word to see what exactly that verdict is. So please bear with us. We've got Andrea Lucia outside the courtroom, J.D. Miles inside, and we're watching everything from back here in the studios as well. At any moment now, we're expecting to hear what the verdict is. Okay, what is it? Andrea, go for it.
Guilty on murder.
Guilty on murder. Okay.
Guilty on murder.
There we go. I'm not sure if
that is the most severe. The most severe of the charges. Again, the options were murder, manslaughter, or acquittal. We have a conviction of murder, which is obviously more severe than manslaughter. This signals that we are going to go to sentencing, and again, the punishment range is 5 to 99 years. I'm going to step aside. We're going to look at the...
Rebecca, Tanya, I apologize.
5 to 99 years. I wonder why they did not convict him on manslaughter. Are y'all convinced that he went under that tent with the intention to kill someone? This is kind of what?
I apologize for interrupting you, but I would like to bring you in for just to touch on the emotional toll that this has taken on two families.
Well, Chris, there have been people here that I have seen every single day since I got here during jury selection. Many of them fought to get into that courtroom so they could see some of the proceedings. And so many people on both sides, Austin Metcalf's family and friends wanted justice for him. They felt like he died in a senseless, very horrific way. Then there are the people on Karmelo's Anthony camp who felt like the system was rigged against him because there were 3 African-American jurors that identified themselves as African-American jurors that were kicked off this jury, that were not picked, I wouldn't say kicked off, but they were not selected as jurors or they did not make the cut. And so people felt that the justice system was just not going to work for Karmelo Anthony. So I suspect that that's some of the emotion that you are seeing here right now.
Definitely gotta appeal this case, man. Like, what? Murder? Like, y'all do... I can't believe anybody's convinced that he ran under the tent out of the rain to go stab somebody, like with the intent to hurt someone. Why wouldn't you just looking for shelter out of the rain? I used to run track. That's crazy.
And the display.
And Rebecca, you were in that courtroom regardless of...
And that is what you're seeing. And now you're seeing people screaming at one another. And the Sheriff's Department, I will say, the Collin County Sheriff's Department has done a very good job of...
Get back started on testimony probably relatively quickly.
Let me ask you a question. You have a client who is a teenager who's a 3.8 GPA, has no bad record, has no juvenile history, has no engagement with law enforcement, has made this decision that has left him guilty of murder. How do you work in the punishment phase? What do you try to do to limit?
I mean, I think you gotta first you want to console your client.
I saw Karmelo Anthony enter the courtroom. His lead defense attorney, Mike Howard, had his arm around him. His forehead was on Carmelo's forehead. They were in quiet conversation. It looked like that Howard was trying to console or to prepare Karmelo for what's to come, like he knew it would not be a good outcome with the jury coming back so quickly. The courtroom filled up. The judge...
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV.
Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man.
Had to come tap in. First and foremost, I do want to once again send prayers over to everybody involved and connected to this situation that is very unfortunate right here, who has been affected by this process and everything that has happened, man. I can only imagine the burden that it has on people involved in this on all sides. So most definitely prayers up to them and everybody going through with this situation right here. And I had a links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full from WFAA8 out of the DFW area and Channel 11 as they caught coverage live coming outside of the courtroom right there where the verdict has came in and Karmelo Anthony has been found guilty of murder. They are now waiting the process out to see what the jury is going to decide for punishment. I don't know if they're going to get that done today. Very possible. The other guilty verdict came out rather quickly, so he's looking at 5 to 99 years with this. And I did most definitely make a prediction about this, and I was most definitely incorrect. I did predict that he would be found not guilty, and I based my prediction off of the fact of what I've seen out here in Texas with other cases I've followed since a kid and covered throughout the years since I've been doing media and throughout the country in the South or other states with self-defense. And
look at this. You're absolutely right, Big Ant. Intent, malice, aforethought. The defendant had the specific purpose of causing another person's death or acted with a conscious disregard for human life. He went under the tent for shelter. And from what I understand, Hunter and his brother, his twin brother, and others decided that Karmelo needed to be removed from the tent. They told him to move. He said he wasn't going to move. He said, "Don't touch me." And they decided that they're going to grab his bag and they're going to remove him. Not go get a teacher or a coach. Another child decided he's going to remove another child from under the tent. That is not I don't agree with this at all.
What murder is, because of the thing where they said it has to be without a reasonable doubt and the premeditated factor, so many different.
He definitely has to appeal this. They definitely have to appeal this. I thought maybe manslaughter, you feel me? But first degree murder, definitely not.
factors that are supposed to go into first-degree murder. From the news that I was getting, I didn't see that stuff all the way confirmed without a reasonable doubt. And that's why I thought they would come with the lesser charge, because I've seen that before. And once they did make it official, the lesser charge was available in manslaughter. I was like, okay, it's available. They're probably going to go with that because of its different testimonies. This person saying this person is saying that. And he wasn't breaking the law by being under the tent. The knife that he had wasn't illegal either. And then how do you prove intent to kill in this situation?
You know, we from Texas. By the time you're 12, you can have your rifle license, okay? You can carry a knife. As long as it's less than, I think, 7 inches long. Like, you can carry your pocket knife, bro. Like, we're in Texas. I go everywhere with a Gerber and a gun.
True, it doesn't have to be a planned out thing to be murder, but the circumstance of him stabbing one time is most definitely a thing that you didn't want to see. We'd rather not even be in this situation, but the facts that I was receiving, I was not in the courtroom. I'm only going off of what I'm seeing and what got reported with the case. I said, well, hey, from what I've seen before out here in Texas, especially with the Casey and Allison case, with the stabbing in that one, and he stabbed them multiple times. They were into it for real, even to a point where they were gonna fight before prior. They eventually got to fight. He pulled the knife out and got to stabbing them. They dropped that one down for murder. They found him not guilty of the murder, but did negligent homicide. And I'm like, well, this is the same state of Texas. The city is only a couple hours away in itself.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see something, because thank you, Big Ant. I appreciate that. Let me see something. Let me see a thing. Let's watch this. Let me do one more thing here.
And you already know, on this channel, we hold this racist system accountable, because if we don't, who will? And if you don't like it, get to stepping, because
I definitely had to come tune in.
It ain't gonna stop.
To introvert Rockstar. Charleston White just exposed the Metcalf family. So Hunter Metcalf is the one who was murdered by Karmelo Anthony. He was killed. They just found him guilty for murder. Let's check this out.
Now run the tape.
You know why Hunter's not taking the stand? He's not going to pass cross-examination. The reason Hunter's not going to take the stand, and from what I hear, the dad's bought a new truck, the mom's got a new 8-bedroom house. The dad, there's already text messages about the dad bragging on going on European tours. Used to beat those boys' mom. And I'm going to tell you why they're not bringing up the fact that these both guys knew jiu-jitsu. We're not even going to worry about them not bringing it up.
The Metcalf twins. You know what, Charleston White? Before they picked a jury, when this first happened, this guy is so problematic. You went on every platform that you could get on and said how this boy, Karmelo, was guilty. You already did it as soon as it happened. Now, here we go in the middle of the trial. They done found him guilty. And all of a sudden, you got all this extra to say. You could have found that out right from the beginning. But yo, you so fickle, dog. You so fickle. You are absolutely problematic for all of us.
We don't have to bring up the fact that Austin knows jiu-jitsu, trained since he was a kid.
You could have found that out before you went and bashed Karmelo on every platform you could find and say how this black boy was already just guilty. You could have found out this information.
We'll wait to the closing arguments to do that. We won't bring up the fact that Austin and Hunter both kicked their dad's ass. He's a little short guy, they're big guys. These are some violent white boys. So we're not going to bring up the fact that Karmelo didn't run. When Karmelo did what he had to do to keep those guys off of him, he ran straight to a coach. This is what they're not telling you guys. When he took off running, he ran to a coach, and even the coach's testimony, according to the police's initial statement that they got from the witnesses, that multiple children, 4 to 5 children, was chasing Karmelo to harm him. And the teachers had to keep those kids off of Karmelo. They're not telling that part, guys. So then let me go on to say, there's rumors that Karmelo had been suspended and he wasn't supposed to be there. No, people. No, people. Let me tell you who was suspended. AKA Austin Metcalf and his twin pink toe pale brother, Hunter. This shit is getting good, white people. White people. White people. White people.
But you catered to them. You went and said this black boy was guilty. Literally. Charleston. Dog. Boy. I don't know who worse, you or Lil Boosie.
For white people, this shit is getting good.
Charleston White initially said Karmelo Anthony should face prison time for his actions.
Straight
However,
up.
after speaking directly with Karmelo's parents and hearing their perspective on the case, he changed his position and became more supportive. Make that make sense. Well, Mr. Charleston White, see, I ain't have to talk to his parents, bro, to figure
Straight
out
up.
what was going on. So
Straight
guess what?
up.
I'm going to take it from here, partner. See, last year, their father, Jeff Metcalf, his arm was broken. His sons broke his arm, bro. His sons spanked
that.
him. If you know, you know. And
There
that's
you
not
go.
the only thing. These are the two real thugs, bro. And they grew up in a broken home. Not Karmelo Anthony. But we'll
Straight
talk about
up.
that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, I tried.
Karmelo was a great kid. He was a good kid. He's a great athlete. They said he's a great leader. What? I hope they appeal his case. I just cannot imagine that he's going to spend the rest of his life giving sweat equity to Texas.
To warn them. Running straight to the media right after it happened was their biggest mistake, but they didn't listen. You know what? Let's travel back in time right quick. Run the tape.
Because the kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So, not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was.
Attempting to remove him, your bully boy did. That's what your bully boy did. He attempted to remove another person from the tent. You don't get it? Do we get? Let me ask you. Well, hold on. If I'm in this place, right? And I'm not supposed to be in that place. If you come and put your hands on me, I want you to understand. Don't do that. Don't put your hands on me. I'm an American. You get it? And my entitlement comes from being an American, fighting for my country, fighting for my community, and living in peace and harmony everywhere I go. If you put your hands on me to remove me because you feel like I'm not supposed to be where you don't want me to be, we're going to have a problem. Every single time. Every time. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my body. Don't even come up in my space. I'm sure Karmelo felt like that too, and he had every right to.
And just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's
it doesn't. It doesn't. Your kids are bullies, and now one of them died because they tried to bully someone.
Because the kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Because your son bullied someone and tried to remove them. He's not here anymore, ma'am. You get it? And I just want to make sure that everybody understands we all are responsible for our children. If you raise two bullies and they get handled like bullies, it's because of you, Mom. It's because of who you chose to procreate with, Mom. These are your life decisions, Mom.
This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Hunter.
Don't touch me. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. If you don't mind what happened.
He's huge.
This kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started.
Y'all don't have a tent. Your school's tent at a track meet. Right? It's raining. And what I'm speaking about is human rights and human decency. They decided to kick someone from under the tent in the rain because they felt like it.
Getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid.
That's a crime. That's a crime. Why are you grabbing his things? What are you doing?
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
Yeah.
that's just what I saw. And I try to help him, but
You try to help him what?
it was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that.
Why did you and your brother even bother him? Why did you and your brother decide to bother him?
It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Mm-hmm. Following Austin Metcalf's death, the Metcalf family quickly spoke with major news outlets and shared their version of events. Critics argue those interviews helped shape public opinion before all the facts were presented in court. Make that make sense. First of all, I want to say thank you to this woman, man. Thank you to this woman. Look, I need y'all to go to Instagram and go follow her on Instagram, man. And
I'm not on Instagram. What's the next thing?
Taylor. They running out of lies, getting hard to think of an alibi. To the Metcalf family, y'all can't lie your way out of this one, bro. And to you, little Hunter, man, what you doing? These ain't real tears, brother. These are tears of guilt. You and your brother wanted to be bullied so bad, man, and it cost you. And the cold part is your parents don't give a damn. To them, it's all about the Benjamins. Damn. Man, check this out. A fundraiser linked to Austin Metcalf's father raised $585,179. While a separate fundraiser linked to his mother raised
this. This is yeah. All is problematic to me. They have now found him guilty of murder, first degree, as if he came over there with the intent to do anything but get shelter from the rain. This is what we're dealing with. You feel me? So my thing is, hopefully they're gonna appeal this case because we don't need. Man, he had such a bright future. Such a bright future. Great athlete, great student. He was able to graduate. He did graduate. And I hate that it had to happen, you know, the way that it did. I hate that one of the Metcalf twins died behind this. And I wish the parents did better with their kids. I really do. I really do. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and hype this video. And I'll be back with another one. I'm building this community. Y'all rock with me. You feel me? You can only find me on YouTube. You will not find me anywhere else. All right. So I'll catch y'all with another video as soon as I can. Been trying to keep steady, post more. So let's get it going.